He was drafted in 2013 at just 18 years old, and he has spent his entire NBA career in Milwaukee. Talk about loyalty. In 2021, he led the Bucks to their first title in 50 years. Now the basketball star is teaming up with Wall Street investor John Koudounis of Calamos Investments for a first-of-its-kind partnership. They created an investment fund aimed at making investing more accessible, and 10% of the profits will go to charitable causes like financial education. First, on CBS Mornings, Giannis Antetokounmpo and John Koudounis joins us right now. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
All right, so Giannis, you are a very, very successful basketball player. Why take this leap into finance?
I just want to create access for people, help people as much as I can to educate them and try to teach them about financial literacy. I think it's very important. It's something that, fortunately, growing up, I didn't have nobody, sit me down and teach me how to invest my money and guide me through my own journey. I was 18 when I came to the States. You give it an 18-year-old a lot of millions of dollars. You don't really know what to do with it.
Yes.
And it's a real thing. And you see like 70% of professional athletes you played, they go
broke.
Yeah, they go broke.
Yeah.
I mean, I read at one point you had your money in 50 different banks. Is that true? 50 different banks?
It's not exactly true, but it was a lot of banks.
It's kind of true? Explain your process. What were you doing? Why did you do that?
I was 18, came to the States, learned how to, get my own driver's license, how to open a bank account. I did everything by myself because my parents did not come with me when I came to the States. So when I went to the bank, I was just curious. I told them, like, okay, if I put my money in the bank, in a checking account, everything's going to be safe. They said, no, we only can guarantee you $250,000. I'm like, I have more than 250,000.
I'm putting more than 250,000, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and open 5, 6, 7 other bank accounts and put my money there because
you wanted your money to be safe.
Yeah.
Yes, and I always thought, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's safer ways and more smarter ways to do the same thing now. But
that was just you trying to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, but that was the only option for me at the time.
That's why, John, what you're doing is so important. You call it's an ESG investment fund, which means exactly what?
So ESG is a form of sustainable investing. And environmental, social, and governance in what our portfolio managers invest in. And it's a huge part of the market right now. It's in the news a lot.
Yes.
People, look, everybody has issues with trying to save the world, with making sure that child labor laws are in place, they're not abusing them, having diversity on boards and stuff. So there's a process of measuring companies, especially public companies, and how they follow all these rules. And when I met Giannis through a mutual friend, and I met Giannis and his agent, we hit it off, and we had a lot of shared values.
Yeah.
In terms of family, community, financial literacy, environment.
But values is what matters to you, Giannis. That's one of the reasons why you're doing this. You have 2 sons of your own, and what you want to pass on to them and help others who you don't want to make the same mistakes that you did.
At the time, I don't think there were mistakes.
You don't?
Because that's all I had. That's the knowledge I had.
Yes. Good point.
But, my father never taught me about investing. He didn't know. He didn't know.
Right.
And now it's the #1 thing I'm going to teach my kids. I want my kids, before they even get the first dollar, to know how to make a dollar too.
Yes.
Yes. And why just do it to my kids? How can I, give people access to be able to invest?
What's the best lesson you've learned when it comes to money?
That money make money faster than people can.
Right.
Money makes money faster than people can.
That is.
And you can make money pretty fast.
You probably make money faster than most. But John, I mean, for people who are like Giannis, who are coming into the market, one of the things I love about this investment vehicle, it's not just going to be available to retail investors, it'll be available to institutional investors. So if somebody is like Giannis, maybe doesn't have the the level of assets that he has, but wants to think about investing smartly? What should they be thinking?
Well, one of the main reasons we wanted to do this, we wanted to have outreach to as many people as we can. So there's 3 different types of funds. There's the regular open-end mutual fund. There's what you call a UCIT, so we can sell it overseas. And there's an ETF that we're going to be ringing the bell this afternoon at the New York Stock Exchange.
Nice.
At closing bell at 4 o'clock, where anybody, even if they have $25, can invest in a share. So we wanted to be able to, the outreach for anybody to start learning. It's part of the whole financial literacy. Anybody can buy, whether it be a huge institution, a sovereign wealth fund that will buy millions at a time, or a child wearing his jersey because he's a fan and wants to start learning about it, could put in and buy 1 share at approximately $25.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing you're doing. I have to talk a little bit about basketball. Wes Eden,
That's right,
who's a big cheese over there at the Milwaukee Bucks, who I think is one of the best human beings on the planet, says really wonderful things about you, how you behave on and off the court. And I think the big question many people want to know, do you plan to, you've been with the Milwaukee Bucks, do you plan to stay with them forever? And please speak into the microphone. Go ahead, Giannis.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I really appreciate people that gave me opportunity to change my life, my parents' life, my kids' life. And I don't take that for granted. I don't take that lightly. And the first time I was, able to leave and be a free agent to go join another team, I chose to stay with the Milwaukee Bucks because they helped me. They guided me through all this process. When I was 18 years old, I knew no better. So that I will always have that in my mind, in my heart, and as long as I'm healthy, and as long as they want me to be a part of the Milwaukee Bucks organization, I would love to stay there.
Nice.
Oh, and you're loyal?
Love that.
Ladies loyal
that.
too?
Oh, man.
Giannis and John, thank you both very much. This is such an incredible project. Thank you for bringing it to everybody.
Giannis, let me get that. Come on, man. Let me see.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Giannis,
Play a little bit.
Giannis,
right back.
You should have seen Nate do a little strut over to you. That was a heavy duty. That was a heavy duty.
Okay, Nate.
Careful then.
Thank you guys both for coming.
We'll be right back.
Careful with that now.